Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Good morning, Ward. Thank you for jumping in from Massa. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for having me today. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Okay, let's crack into our top stories. Dubai's Crown Prince approves 17,000 affordable homes.
And Dubai police have cracked down on illegal street food vendors.
We're talking about an amazing tent happening for Ramadan at Al Nafoura.
And we have this crazy story for you about how a content creator tested out how clean Dubai is.
And do stay tuned, because later in the show at just about 8:50, we're going to be welcoming some of the cast from Code Red, amazing UAE-made film, which is all about dance and empowering women.
And in today's rapid weather report, it's mostly cloudy with temperatures ranging from 24 to 29 Celsius.
It's getting hot outside.
So hot.
I don't mean to make people panic with this headline. It's more of an adversary status, but it's been 5 years since the pandemic was announced, and it was
that is so crazy.
Brought into, I didn't even know what a pandemic was, really.
Same, to be honest with you. To this day, by the way, I have not deep that was like an era of our lives that we all lived. But how is it like for you, Casey?
Interesting COVID, like when, I'm just trying to remember like that moment that we realized it became serious, because as a public, we consume news all the time, and people throw headlines at us, clickbait titles to scare us. But when was it, like, I think that when COVID actually became a serious thing?
You know what?
Can you remember that moment?
I can. For me, to be honest with you, it wasn't the empty roads that was like very eerie, because the roads were so empty. For me, it was the fact that they changed my entire school schedule. Like, not even just Zoom, by the way.
Yeah.
I had 3 classes a day, and each class was 2 hours.
Why?
So our school was one of the few schools that put their foot down, and they were like, nope, we're all going back to school, and it was approved. And classes, we didn't have 6 classes a day anymore, Casey.
So you were going into school, but they were doing 2-hour classes. How rare.
3 classes a day, but you had to do each hour, like each class was 2 hours. That for me, by the way, that was torment. That was when I deeped it, because they basically wanted to because they wanted us to distance more. So moving around
I guess
less
it makes
was
sense.
the solution.
They kept you in your pods.
But girl, imagine doing 2 hours of math class. Like that was actually pain, by the way. I did not enjoy that. Like, we all thought we'd like it because like less work, but no.
Yeah,
no,
but
it was too
also
much.
like all of the people I speak to, I feel really lucky that I was in a secure job when that happened, because either people lost jobs or people who weren't able to go to school in like the best school years of your life. Like if that happened to me when I was 18 in my final school year, I would have been devastated, because like it's the year for fun.
And I think that's why I'm so grateful for my school, because they didn't do that for us. Like because a lot of schools had shut down, but we were like the few who actually stayed open. But they were constantly regulated. Like I believe like every once in a while someone would come and visit the school to see that we're maintaining the distancing procedures. But no, it was wild. It was so crazy.
I remember I had a trip booked to Japan, and the company was like, oh, maybe you shouldn't international travel. And I was like, okay. And I canceled my flight. And luckily, because I was meant to fly on like March 19th or something, and that trip never happened.
It never happened,
It never
Japan?
happened. No,
oh my
no.
God. Why am I heartbroken for you? That's perfect. Casey, you have to go.
I will go one day, but I mean, the world changed in that moment. So, like, if you get that recommendation and then nothing happens, you'd be kicking yourself. But like, flights closed. Imagine if I hadn't got that recommendation, I'd gone to Japan and I never got back. That would have been a whole other.
Oh, that's true. Also, you know what was another defining moment, by the way? Oh my God, when I would sneeze, people would walk away from me.
Yeah.
It made me feel like I'm a disease. And by the way, to this day, it lives on with me. When I sneeze, I always, like, I feel it. Like, there's become a stigma attached to it. And I feel like someone's going to look at me and be like, girl, you're diseased. Get away from me.
It's true. I still, like, when people are coughing in public, I'm like, I still step away because I'm so...
I do that too.
I'm like, I'm going to get more sick. And we get more sick since COVID. About 5 years of the anniversary being remembered around the world this month. Let's jump into our top story of the day. Dubai's Crown Prince approves 17,000 affordable homes. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Defence and Chairman of the Executive Council of Dubai, approved a series of policies and initiatives aimed at expanding affordable housing for citizens.
Now, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan further said, in line with Dubai's affordable housing policy, we approved the allocation of 1.46 million square meters of land for affordable housing, enabling the development of 17,080 residential units. And we are committed to offering a range of housing options, and we welcome all ideas that contribute to a cohesive and prosperous society that embraces diversity. Dubai is a city for everyone.
What an amazing moment. This initiative aims to develop more vibrant communities, support economic growth, create jobs, and of course, improve access to quality housing and essential services for people of all incomes. The first phase will develop 6 sites in Al Masaim 1, Al Twar 1, Al Qusais Industrial 5, and Al Layan 1.
Now, the new residential units will be offered at affordable rental rates, featuring thoughtfully designed, high-quality living spaces with access to key infrastructure and essential services.
So interesting.
That is amazing. That is so amazing.
It's so amazing for, the question will always come up with this story, is it for residents and citizens? The report from WAM, which is the government news agency, didn't actually state which, so I'm assuming it's for citizens, or
it's
else
for everyone.
I'm assuming it's for I'm assuming it's for citizens,
okay.
So citizens of the country, yeah. But I do have I remember someone telling me that maybe like a local family 50, 60 years ago, they were offered a plot of land by the government. It was in Jumeirah or wherever it was, and they were thinking, oh, you know, this plot of land it's not very central. Do we even want it? And now it's the center of the universe. So I just think like the opportunities that they got offered, like it's so amazing. And even now to this day, still being making sure that all the citizens have homes that are going to be thoughtfully designed, and also this obviously brings money back into the economy in terms of jobs. Like, amazing.
And you know what I also think it is, Casey? I think this is really challenging the misconception that everyone in Dubai is wealthy. That's entirely not true. And I think the fact that they're introducing affordable housing, that's not something that a lot of countries do, where they accommodate for every single kind of class, whether you know you're rich, middle class, lower class. So that's what I love about it. It's like accommodating for everyone, and housing is like, I feel like it's such a crisis here. Like rent is insane. So the fact that this could become like a reprieve for people, I am so happy for them. No, seriously, it's lovely.
Yeah, I totally agree. And we just have one report on it, but the more information we get on that, because I'm sure people will have questions.
But you know what, Casey, actually, very recently before this, I believe it was either at the end of last year or the beginning of this year, even His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, he approved like a housing project, I believe, for over 2,000 homes to be built. Right, yeah. So I love how this is like not a one-time thing for them.
So true.
They're constantly looking to do it. They're constantly looking to fulfill their citizens' needs. And I think that's amazing.
I totally agree. Always updating. And I think this is part of the 2040 master plan. And more information on that when we have it. Bringing things a little closer to something happening right now. We have an update on street food vendors.
Ooh, so Dubai police have cracked down on illegal street food vendors. Now, Dubai police have arrested 10 illegal street food vendors operating without licenses or proper health standards. Now, these vendors, often found near labor accommodations, were selling food in unhygienic conditions, violating public health regulations. Now, authorities are urging the public to be cautious and avoid purchasing from unlicensed vendors or unregulated food trucks.
So while street food can be tempting, of course, yes it can be, safety comes first. So if you see something suspicious, it's best to report it and stick to the trusted restaurants and food spots. How would you know? It's amazing that they're cracking down, but how do you know it's illegal? That's the thing. Because if I saw something like a street food truck, I think I'd like to try that.
You honestly don't know, but that's what makes Dubai so great, though. Because I had a friend, I was talking to them, and they were comparing Dubai to another city. I won't say the name of the city, and they were basically comparing a restaurant. They were like, this restaurant in Dubai tastes amazing, insane, but in that country, it just does not taste good. And then I looked at them and I was like, it's because of the fact that food here is regulated. That's the most thing that I love, by the way. As someone with a sensitive stomach, Casey, I just can't be at these vendors. And you were just telling me before the show, like you'd eat there.
Yeah, because you always want to find that little place on the side of the street that no one knows about, and you want to find that amazing piece of chicken, and like sometimes it tastes amazing. That's the thing. Like as we said, like I'd be tempted. I'm always tempted to try like random side of the road food spots.
I can't. I get the food ick. I can't do it. Like to this day.
So what do you look for?
For me, I have to feel like a place is like clean and up to standards, not just in terms of the food itself, but my eye. If I smell smoke, if I see an oil,
smoke.
I like, you know, when you see like the smoke going out when they're grilling the burgers.
Yeah.
I don't like live cooking stations. If I can, I'm so picky about it, by the way. If I can see the food being cooked right in front of me, I start overthinking everything. Are their gloves cleaned? Are their hands cleaned?
Is that a quirk? That's interesting.
I think I might be a little bit crazy, but you know what? I stay safe and I don't get food poisoning that much. I hate food poisoning. No, I am crazy like that. I do think, like, you know, is their hat covered well enough? I think I just have an issue.
I'm completely on the other end of the spectrum. Like I was saying, I got, when I went to Thailand, for example, you get off the flight, I go straight to the street food. I could have like a bad stomach and I would still go back to the street food because sometimes it's delicious and you get like the best like pad thai for like 40 baht, which is like €1, €4 or something. And
oh my God.
Street food is the best when you find it. Yeah.
What does it feel like to be free? You're free. No, this is literally, by the way, like this is amazing. The fact that you can like let go of all these like thoughts and just, no, for me it's
I just
like really
don't connect
bad.
the food with my stomach. So like if I have a bad stomach, I'm thinking it's something else. Like I would never blame the delicious food in front of me.
Really?
You have to eat. It's good value, saving money.
No, I can't. I really, really can't. But we have another really exciting topic. So a content creator has tested out how clean Dubai is. And oh, this one's really interesting. So it was the classic white socks test. And you know, some people think that it's the ultimate way to just check how spotless a city really is. And guess what? Dubai delivered.
As always, so you can check out the video on our feed. Jimbo walked around in fresh white socks through Dubai Mall. He got a taxi. He even went into a mall loo to do that test. He was expecting a little bit of dust, as you would. In the video, it shows his socks are still spotless. Now, Dubai is known for its next level cleanliness, but like, can we be realistic? Look at this is the walking situation. He goes to the bathroom. Like, I know Dubai Mall is fabulous.
Whoa. He even took it to the bathrooms.
He even took it to the bathrooms.
I did not expect that
Outside, into a taxi, and...
Would you recommend people, would you ever do it, Casey?
No.
No, absolutely not.
Look at the socks, though.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I believe it.
Believe it? Like how clean Dubai is?
No, like I know Dubai is perfect. Like I sing praises for how clean the city is, right? Like it's perfect. But to wear socks all through the mall and on the streets and into the taxi. Maybe I need to do the test.
That is absolutely...
To actually check.
No, please don't test that out. That's really, guys, you can get like an infection on your foot. Maybe don't do that. I think he lucked out because of the fact that there wasn't water anywhere. Like if it was raining or any of that, I think that's why he lucked out. The grounds are very dry.
There's not raining.
That's true. And there's never any rubbish on the ground.
Never.
And by the way, when someone breaks something, someone pours something on the ground, it's cleaned up immediately.
True.
They're very quick about it. But you know what topic this gets me on, Casey? How is like slipper culture like in your house, by the way? Like for a lot of Arabs, when you enter the house, and I believe even South Asians, you have to take your shoes off. How's it like for you guys? How's it like for Irish people?
You don't have to take your shoes off, but then I would as a marker, just to like respect you come into the house because you don't know. So like, we're not strict on it either way. Like some people would like shoes off in the house. I think some houses are more chill. I would always take my shoes off when I go in. I went into my friend's new house and I took off my shoes. She's like, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. We don't have a strict rule on it. Would you?
Yeah, Sudanese people don't. And it always surprises other Arabs because, see, when I go into their houses, I do the same. I take off my shoes out of respect. But in our homes, we don't do that. We just actively, every single day, we mop the floor, we clean it again. Because
so you wear your shoes through the house all the time?
Not shoes, but like I'll have like slippers on. I don't go barefoot. It's not a part of our culture to be barefoot. In fact, it's actually a very bad thing. And over time, I remember I even spoke to a doctor about this, and they're like, over time, your foot becomes like yellow.
I'd have to disagree with you. We had a guy on the show here a while ago, and he runs barefoot all the time.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Because and that whole thing of like being one with nature is grounding yourself, but it's becoming this new thing that's in vogue where people, like if they want to take a moment to breathe, they'll go outside, they'll take off their shoes and they'll put their feet in the grass.
That's what I do when I go to the beach. I love it. I love it so much, like digging my feet straight into the sand. That's how I feel connected to nature. But on ground, absolutely not.
So
no.
at home, you're not barefoot people. I have slippers. I feel like it's like Zen wearing them, but I can also just...
And you know, Casey, it's to the point, like my mother was speaking to me and she was telling me, she was like, what, like when we first taught you this habit of like always keep your slippers on, it was to the point you'd go to sleep with them. Like when I was 8 years old, I'd like tuck in with my slippers. I do not take them off. We're just used to that. Like, no, it's the ground. No. Absolutely not.
I could go groundless. Anyway, I'm going to check this because I don't think people would do it for clout. I think even saying dirty socks would actually get you more headlines. So it must be true. It must be true.
It must be true. It must be true. And yeah.
Next up, I want to tell you about this amazing Ramadan tent that everyone is talking about. It's down at Montgomery Address, and it's where you can celebrate Ramadan in Elegance. It's the one everyone's talking about, the Nafoura tent. So if you're looking for a special place to enjoy iftar and suhoor this Ramadan, there's a tent that blends tradition with a touch of modern elegance.
Yes, and the decor is actually inspired by Kufi calligraphy with meaningful words woven into the design, reflecting the values of the UAE. Plus, their live entertainment genuinely does set the mood. I myself was there. The iftar is 280 dirhams and the suhoor is 190 dirhams, running throughout this entire lovely, beautiful month. It's such a great spot to go to. I went.
Oh, amazing.
Casey,
how was it?
It was amazing. I felt like I felt like I was in Syria in the best way possible.
Interesting.
I think, like, by the way, for me, like, it's a dream to one day go to the Levant, either to Syria, Palestine, or Lebanon. I love their culture, their food, their kunafa, the ice cream. And at Nafoura, there was this man, he was performing, and the music, they were singing Fairuz, literally a national gem to Lebanon. So this is honestly, like, and I'm not lying, guys. I'm really not lying to you. It was one of the best iftars I went to this Ramadan. Because basically what happens is with a lot of hotels, because they're made for expats, they're made for foreigners, they can't exactly accommodate to Arab food. But because this is Arab-led, Arab homegrown, that's why the food just tastes insane.
So interesting. And you know what? I always have a couple of iftars that I would like earmark. And I saw someone put a question up on their stories like, which tents should I go to this year? I haven't been to Nafoura, but I just get the vibe. And like the way you're talking about now, it just sounds magical.
You should go.
I really want to because I feel like you just want to, even Massa was saying she hadn't felt the vibes yet. And I feel like you have to go to something like this to truly experience it. And it's a genuine experience of Ramadan. Like the attention to detail looks impeccable.
It does look impeccable, but please try it out. Try it out.
Maura, thank you for joining me on the show today.
Thank you so much
Pleasure
for
having you,
having
because I know
me.
you were up late last night.
Yeah,
Where were you?
I was at the Snapchat suhoor, and
Cool.
it ended at like around 12:10. So I got home at like 1.
What is the Snapchat Sahur?
So basically, what it was is like Snapchat. By the way, like people are on Snapchat. I feel like you're not on Snapchat, Casey. Are you?
I'm not a Snap person.
I'm not a Snap. I am a Snap person in terms of texting, but I don't post on there. But a lot of people post on Snapchat, and it has like such an insane following. A lot of people meet the love of their life on Snapchat, by the way. Just saying, like in the Arab world, it's kind of it's low key known for that. Like you'll be walking somewhere, and some guy will just airdrop you. Yeah, he'll just airdrop you his snap. But the point is, it is like a lot
This
of.
took a turn.
No, really, a lot of people love Snapchat, and really, what it was about is like how do you engage with Snapchat during Ramadan? That's what this celebration was all about. And I was telling Casey guys how I met Noura and Khalid,
Yes,
our
we met them on the
beloved
show.
TikTok couple, and I was just so happy because it felt like the person I was watching on the screen was the same person that they were in real life.
So interesting.
I feel like when you meet them in real life and they don't have that same personality, you almost don't like the content anymore because you're so underwhelmed, and it was like, damn, like I thought we had a real relationship here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for having me, Casey.
thank you for
First time
joining.
hosting together.
The show is not over yet, even though Ward is about to leave us, because we're so excited to welcome cast members from Code Red. It is a new UAE-made film designed to empower women through dance. Stay tuned. They'll be with us after this very short break. Sorry about the script issues. My fault.
That's all right. I felt so comfortable with you. By the way.
That was great. Thank you so much. I enjoyed your takes on the stories. I really did. I thought the what you said about affordable housing was so true. And I could be wrong on that citizen thing. I need to, because I was kind of going back to it's not clear. I don't know. But because it's affordable, so I'd said that, and then you said affordable housing, and then I was like, oh well, affordable housing. Anyway, great job. Great job. Okie dokes. I'm gonna give Ward a break. Hi guys, welcome to the studio. We're on a break, but we try and get it started pretty quickly. So you will sit 2 seats here. This one, so however you guys want to. And then we'll set up the mics and then we'll go. How are you? So they'll check our mics, they'll check the lights to make sure that we look good.
Yes. here. I'm excited.
Let's talk about Code Red. Tell us about it. What actually inspired the movie?
Okay, so our amazing director, Maki Pineda, just thought of like a dream of like a girl dancing in red on a white background. And from there, the the details just came in like after, like people coming in, and he was like, I'll just post it on Instagram and then like invite people to join. And he was expecting like 15 girls to come in. But then 26 girls overall came in. People just showed up. Really, because we shared like what the story is about, what the film is about. So we were very excited to like have it together.
And Maki is incredible. So he's a director choreographer. He wanted to do a piece that celebrated women. He has sisters, family, mothers, and sees the kind of the value in women all around him. And he wanted to do something to kind of celebrate them and uplift them. So decided to try and get everyone together, and ended up with 26 female dancers from Dubai, which is very incredible. Last year he did another piece, and it was actually all male cast, and it was a dedication to their mothers. So then this year he wanted to do a piece with women themselves to showcase their story and their resilience and their strength, which
And tell us a bit about the name Code Red. How did that come about? Do you know why it was chosen?
Yeah, he chose Code Red because, you know, the initial idea is one girl dancing. And then it became an idea of like girls working together. And if you watch the film, there's a representation of mother, there's kids, there's a pregnant woman that'll be there. So Code Red, everyone's just wearing red because it's fire, you know? Like the girls that were dancing were really fighting for their rights to dance, because you know a lot of girls in Dubai in dance are rejected not because of their talents. It's because of the societal expectations on the appearance or marketability. So in some castings and auditions, you'd see girls. I mean the physical attributes like height, body shape, conventional beauty. It's what it overshadows like the talent and the skill. So this film just shows that, you know, whoever you are, as long as you're passionate about what you're doing, like you can do it. So red, it's like it's fire, you know.
I think red is a statement color, right? It's bold. If someone's wearing red, you're looking at them. It symbolizes strength. It symbolizes power. It symbolizes passion. All of these kind of themes, I think Maki wanted to get across, because women are incredible. They are powerful. They are strong, and sometimes in society that isn't always celebrated. And so putting them in red and having Code Red as kind of the concept title is testament to women's power and women's strength, which is what he wanted to showcase.
It's amazing, and it sounds like it propelled from an Instagram story into this, right? And being overwhelmed by the response. So can you tell us what it was like? Everything was shot in one day. What was that moment like? Everyone getting together at the beginning. What was that message that Maki delivered to you guys? Like, can you describe that kind of first moment on set when everyone came together?
So initially, we met the girls like a day before. They had like a 3-hour rehearsal with everyone. Not everyone was able to come because of the schedule, you know. But the next day on the shoot, like everyone was there. New faces, like even girls that wasn't able to like rehearse, they were there. They showed up, like 26 in total. So imagine, and this is a passion project. Like we didn't really pay for the girls. You know, they chip in, like everyone pitch in their time, their energy to be there and support the cause, you know, yes, so it's amazing, like what people can do, you know, if they're really passionate. And some of them just came in on the first part and then left because they have jobs. Then some was able to like finish the whole shooting proper. So it was amazing.
Yeah, it was
really
an incredibly supportive environment, I think, even from minute one in the rehearsal, when we had only 3 hours to learn everything, everyone was really there to support each other. Not everyone knew each other, so some of us were meeting each other for the first time, but yet there was such an openness and readiness to collaborate and support. And Maki was incredibly grateful that everyone had come on board, and it's such a beautiful thing to be able to get nearly 30 women in a room dancing. So there's just something magical about that, and everyone being there rooting for each other throughout the rehearsal, which was quite an intense period, and then on the shoot where there's no time to spare. Like, we only had 4 hours. We had a lot of content to get through, so everyone had to be on their A game, and everyone was really supporting each other, working hard. So it's a magical moment of kind of dedication, sisterhood, I guess. Like, it's powerful having a pregnant lady there, kids there of all different ages, all different walks of life, everyone from a completely different background. It was just a magical moment, really.
And there are also a lot of like contributing choreographers that was there. Jawi Buwan, Kath, Natalia Zapata. So these are amazing dancers in Dubai as well, and they were there to contribute their pieces. And also, this film was shot by Mateo Ortiz, a Colombian filmmaker based also in Dubai. So we're just so grateful that people really just showed up, and for us to like finish the film and make sure the story is expanded, you know, the reach would expand. Because initially, this was just like an Instagram post project. Like, you know what? We're gonna have like an Instagram video posted of the dance, and that's it. But then it's too powerful. When I was there watching them, because I was a production manager, when I was there watching them dance, it's so amazing. It's so powerful. Like, I was nearly crying, you know, because it's so powerful. The pregnant woman, Dipshi from India, she's 7 months pregnant, and she showed up. She was there, and the mom, AC, like brought her 2 kids to be there, and they're part of the shoot. So it's just amazing, like what other people can do when they're very passionate about it.
Why do you think they were so passionate? What made this so important to people to take part? You said it was unpaid, so what was the motivation?
I think it's the story.
Yeah, the story and the fact that, I mean, most people, more or less everyone in the film is a professional dancer. Everyone loves to dance, everyone loves to create. And when you're in Dubai, we're very grateful, we're very lucky, there's lots of job opportunities. But you tend to like work a lot, and then sometimes you can forget the arts because you're doing a dance job. It's great, but maybe it's just for money, or it's very corporate focused. So it's nice to have an opportunity where you can just focus on the art, you can just focus on connecting with each other, telling a story, which is essentially, as artists, what we want to do. Like, it's great to work in a corporate world, but also as artists, we are storytellers. And here there was such a powerful story to be told. Particularly as a woman, we've all gone through lots of different struggles in our life, lots of different kind of issues. And I think being able to tell our story together was something inspirational and not something that you get to do every single day. And the idea of also doing that with lots of other women that maybe you do see on a job or maybe you've not seen for 6 months was, refreshing. Really, really nice to have that opportunity.
Very interesting.
I think also the story is like a mirror of what women struggles every day, not just in the dance industry, but in other industries as well. Like, you know, being overlooked for leadership roles, being judged by double standards. So I think it's high time for us to do a piece, you know, in the dance community that shows that we empower women, you know, we are here for women.
And I think we want to do more. To have the opportunity to tell these kind of stories on a platform, may that be through film or may that be on theatre. There's definitely the hunger there from dancers. And so it's, if there's like a reception to it from other people, from the public, we would love to do more and more storytelling through dance.
Interesting. Just to touch briefly on the dance community, the dance scene in Dubai, because I have no idea. Can you give people a bit of an idea? Like, is it busy? You said, like, is it competitive for jobs? What type of roles are there?
Yes, it is very competitive. It's surprisingly big, and it's very international. So you have dancers from all walks of life, every continent, more or less every country. There's someone all here styles. Representing all styles. It's still, I would say, relatively new in comparison to other countries. So I'm from the UK. I compared to there, you know, it's only been going for a few years. Per se, but it's getting bigger and it's growing and it's expanding. There's a lot of different job opportunities here in Dubai, across the UAE and across the Middle East, and dancers do have to work very hard. You have to train very hard, you have to work very hard, you have to be your own manager. Most dancers act on a freelance basis, so they're their own boss, they're taking lots of different projects from lots of different companies. So as well as being an incredible dancer, you have to be an incredible business person to manage your time, to chase up on those payments and everything. The freelance life.
It's a roller coaster.
I'm sure many people appreciate. But it's fun. It's fun. There's a lot of opportunity here. It is competitive and it is obviously hard. Some months there is a lot more work. For example, over kind of between October to kind of Ramadan, there's a lot of work. And then the summer months, because there's less tourism potentially, although that's changing, there's less opportunity for shows or films and things like that.
Yeah.
So then you have to manage your time and manage your efforts.
Yeah.
Interesting. And you've kind of touched on it already, but we do ask, what's next following this, but also what has the reaction been since it was released? When was it released? And what do you hope?
It was released on the 1st of March, just in time for the Women's Month. So it's perfect. It's an all-female. You don't see this every day, like 26 female dancers come together and do a performance that's for a good cause. So we're very happy that we were able to release it on the 1st of March in time for the Women's Month. Also, we wanted to continue. I guess we all had fun as well. The dancers, the production, we had fun. And we wanted to share more stories, especially Maki. He has a lot of ideas that he wanted to share to the rest of Dubai because, the dance community here, she said it's new, but technically it's still small and everyone knows everyone. So we're looking forward to working with other dancers out there. So
yeah, the reaction's been very impressive. A lot of people have been responding, even when you post small snippets, just 10 seconds long of the video. People replying about how powerful it is, how they want to see more. I've had quite a few people actually say, where can they see it live? Exactly. So obviously it's for film and it was created for film, but it can translate to stage or a live audience. So I think that's something that would be very cool to see how we could expand on the story, how we could bring it to life, how other people could come and watch it, or other kind of sequels in terms of dance films, because Maki is amazing with the camera. So yeah, definitely.
Very cool. Well, if Maki's seeing this, congratulations on such an amazing
Colombia.
set. And if people want to watch the full film as it is now, how can they do so?
Okay, so I guess I can visit Maki's Instagram page. It's MACKI Pineda, PINEDA on Instagram, and you can view Code Red, and also it's available on YouTube. So.
Cool. We'll also put up a story on our Instagram stories right after this, and we'll link it as well so people can find it. Guys, thank you so much for giving us the background of this amazing film. Congratulations.
Thank you for having us.
And that brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show on this Thursday. I never get the days right. Thursday morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.